A construction zone in Brisbane. Tree protection zone. Do not enter. Right. Can't harm the trees if there aren't any. A healthier for you vending machine in Texas. Healthier for you? Excuse me, and it's full of crap anyway. Oh man, it's a healthy vending machine that gives you Coca-Cola and Twix. Beautifully healthy. They gave up quick. 11-year-olds driving forklifts for warehouse. For warehouse, okay? But all I see is a super blurry image of a forklift moving. I can't tell if that's a small child or not, let alone an 11-year-old. Is there more to this? I'm confused. 30,000 in fines. Those two kids probably generated enough revenue for them to pay that off for free. I love it. Let's keep using kids to do labor like it's 1892. And that was the news. On to the weather. Here we are. This is great. It's like having a conversation with someone at a coffee shop, and you look out the window, and all you see are a pair of eyes looking at you. Bosses deploying AIs in video meetings to lecture employees for bad behavior. It was like monologue. Okay, if you do this, I hope your company goes bankrupt, because working literally anywhere else is probably significantly better for you than being lectured by a piece of text generative AI. That's all this garbage is. Feds found more than 24 minors working in Ohio poultry plant? A poultry plant. That's despicable. Whoever is running this poultry plant and making the decisions should not have a job yesterday. I'm not kidding. Maybe we don't need $5 rotisserie Costco chickens. When did we ever deserve the Costco rotisserie chickens? Adelaide Airport. When you're waiting for a plane and just have to hit that grind. Task pod? What? Look, cute idea, I get it. This is the future that we're in right now, but holy crap. Every single microsecond of our lives has to be about work. We are never allowed to breathe. I don't care if you are flying through this airport on a work trip. You know what? They should not expect you to be working while in motion. And yeah, even when you're sitting waiting for a plane, bitch, I'm in motion. This shit's getting ridiculous, and we're gonna have to start eating some motherfuckers a little bit ahead of schedule. Keep shopping. You know you want to. Keep shopping. Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. You can start gambling as soon as you get off the plane in Vegas. Look, I'll be real with you here. To play devil's advocate, because Vegas is the closest thing we have to Sodom and Gomorrah at this point in time, that's the selling point of Vegas, baby. That's why I'm never, ever gonna be caught dead or alive there. I just won't. You know what, if I die and you drag my body there and like do a dead guy selfie in front of the Bellagio or whatever the hell it's called, because I don't give a shit, so be it. I'll be in hell, like the actual one, and it will probably be better than Vegas. I've never heard a good thing about that hole, and I'm never, ever gonna wander through it. There's absolutely nothing redeeming in my eyes about that absolute turd of a city, as it's so called. Also, I'm sorry if you're a native to Las Vegas, and you know, there are probably some redeeming qualities and whatnot that I just don't know about, but dude, come on, it's Vegas, even you know. I mean, come on, whenever anybody talks about your city, it's the same two things. Ew, lost all my money. That's really it. Yeah, I live here. You can also gamble at the goddamn grocery store. See? That's not better. What's worse is that the wild doesn't even look like that anymore. That's true. Thanks, boomers. Yep, it is your fault. Amazon anti-union posters put up by the company. They get so brazen about this. Dues deducted from my paycheck. Like taxes? Oh! No guarantees on pay benefits or work rules. Except they're in a contract, so I'm pretty sure they're guaranteed. I've worked with a union many times before. I worked with and for IATSE, and I think you're full of shit. Typically must go through union instead of your supervisor or manager. There are supervisors and managers that can talk to the union reps, or you can talk to the union reps that are plentiful and not that hard to get a hold of. Again, I've only been with one union before, but none of that is true. If you are in the know, you vote no. It's time to vote. Do you really want to pay union dues with no guarantees? Yeah, because that's not how this works. Don't let Amazon try this shit on you. It's all lies. It's garbage. You deserve to unionize. You deserve to be represented. And the billionaires at the top don't deserve jack shit. And they never did. At least not inherently. Yum yum, pasta and child poverty. Wait, what the hell? Is that a Lego character? Wait, today's national holidays are Child Poverty Day, National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. Not sure how to do this one. You're so quirky and f***ing funny, it's amazing. And National Pasta Day. Yummy. Word of the day is bloviate, to speak pompously. Well, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Look, you kind of, I don't know. Maybe there's a sign here. You're not really speaking pompously, but I feel like a lot of the language being spoken on this subreddit is bloviated? Is that right? No, I don't think that's how that word works. I don't know English very well. The high security Oreos at this Walgreens. That's the most pathetic goddamn thing I've ever seen. And not on behalf of people stealing food, because that's why they did this. Who cares, man? This is getting ridiculous. If you catch me stealing food, no, you didn't. Quit being a bitch. This is absolutely dystopian. Famine is coming. More and more food will be locked up, while the owner class gaslights us that everything is fine, and if we can't afford the locked up food, it's because we're lazy and deserve to starve. It's funny, because if a giant worldwide famine really does come and people start starving to death in the streets and all that dark, horrific bullcrap, we're going to be ripping billionaires limb from limb. We are going to be murdering them in the streets. They will not be protected by anything, because I think they forget, if they think of us like insects, just imagine if every insect on the planet rose up at once. The human race literally would not stand a chance, and those mofos would not stand a chance. Sorry, folks, we're in a boring dystopia. Things are gonna get, yet again, not very funny and really serious here. I do apologize, I don't like reading these subreddits, but it's not really my choice at the end of the day. Oh, I love it here. This selection, we have the oldest president in history versus the second oldest president in history. That's so cool. So look, when it comes to age, I'm not ageist in any way. I don't think that if you are older, you are inherently dumber or less responsible or anything like that. However, your stakes in the future are going to be very different from 18, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65-year-olds, right? When you're 80, 85 plus years old and you are still in control of what amounts to a job that controls the future of hundreds of millions of people, it doesn't matter whether or not you're incredibly smart and amazing and all of that stuff. Your time in the future is very limited. I'm not saying any of this to be like, screw old people, they don't deserve anything, because that's literally not the case. Okay? We should be taking care of our elderly. They should not be trying to take care of us, because even when their hearts are in the right place, that doesn't mean much. At 80 plus years old, you are controlling something you shouldn't have control of. I don't know, man. The U.S. has only had one president born after 1946. Barack Obama. Awesome. An Alabama woman was imprisoned for endangering her fetus. She gave birth in a jail shower. Awesome. I love it here. All wars are profit. Yeah, isn't that crazy? You know, it's amazing. One of the things that really stuck out to me, and I still remember to this, put the fucking timer away. Look at what subreddit we're on. One of the things that really stuck out to me in probably my last unit on World War II sometime in high school, because you do it every year, okay? They really want to hammer home who the bad guy was. I get it. Totally makes sense. And screw the Nazis. Forever and always. Yeah, I'm looking at the ones that are currently alive. Look, it was when they spun World War II as a great thing for the country, because it yoinked us out of a horrific time and everybody prospered. Except for all the guys that went overseas and died for that prosperous change in our country's history. And it's always stuck with me that we have the, woo, look at us go. We're making so much money. Meanwhile, they neglected to compare and contrast that with, look at why, though. Look at why we are prospering. And remember that it's not all smiles all the time. It ruined a lot of people's families, lives, futures. You freaking name it. Okay? God damn. Buy 2, get 1 free? Free medical masks to protect you and your kids. Buy any 2 regular sandwiches and get 1 free. Oh, what a great historical event. Alabama puts book about reading on a watch list because author's last name is gay. They are the most pathetic people I've ever heard of. Lebanese Army Guards McDonald's. That's something to see. New study. 54% of American adults read below 6th grade levels. And you know what really sucks about that statistic? If it's true, if it is true, because this is just a headline. I'm not verifying any of this as I read. This could very well be stupidly skewed or incorrect because they surveyed 4 people. You know what I mean? That happens a lot. But if this is true, and I highly suspect that it's mostly true, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the people who are set with educating all of us are paid 12 cents a year, aren't allowed to deduct anything on their taxes, and are physically and verbally abused day in and day out the entirety of their careers. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Just spitballing. The GoFundMe for Mary Lou Retton, world-class Olympic gymnast, reaches $250,000 in donations as she fights for her life in the ICU after World realizes she has no insurance. You will own nothing and be happy. Finally, earn points on rent. Look, we should always have been getting points only towards our credit for being on time and paying rent that amounts to more than a mortgage usually is, okay? The bank says I can't afford my $1,200 a month mortgage payment, so I pay $1,600 a month in rent to some jackass named Trent instead. And he makes sure that I am barely able to survive in the rat's nest he calls an apartment, you know? It's getting ridiculous, but cool. I use this system. You still pay rent, but you pay through Built instead of the complex. Just another scheme for landlords to make more money by saying they offer rewards but charge more money. Landlords. They are completely unnecessary in society. Century-old tradition of still using a racial caste system where your racial inferiors do your laundry. It's okay. The Hong Kong Chinese servants will be replaced with Nepalese Gurkhas. I do not know how to pronounce that stuff, so I'm working on it. Navy to replace Chinese servants for security reasons. Woohoo! Let's throw a party. Fears of employee displacement as Amazon brings robots into warehouses. I think every single person that works at Amazon should not show up for work ever again. I'm not kidding. Let's shut this down before the people running this shut it down for us, because you know it's going to happen. This is all going to collapse for a little while until we figure out who really belongs not at the top. I don't think anybody should ever be at the top, man. It's ridiculous. Do I have all the answers? No, I'm a goddamn moron, okay? I read memes for a living. This is what I do for a living. This is my main job, okay? So I'm very privileged in that fact. Do not get me wrong, but I am always going to be on the side of the lowly workers that don't get to pay their rent or eat, and bringing in multi-million-dollar robots to replace people rather than just pay the people an appropriate amount. This is getting good. The fun starts when AI replaces middle management. There's no reason AI can't replace upper management, CEOs, board members, lawyers, and consultants, except they'll vote not to replace themselves. You think they're gonna have a choice at a certain point? Sure, the CEOs and guys at the very top are gonna be able to control stuff, but the boards that are above them are going to be the ones that replace all these incredibly expensive CEOs. Absolutely, it will happen. Those boards don't give a shit about Bob Iger or whoever the hell is running whatever the hell. As long as they get to have more money for themselves, sure, they're going to save $30 million a year and then pocket it right back into their own assholes. San Francisco says tiny sleeping pods, which cost $700 a month, that became a big hit with tech workers, are not up to code. Now, wait just a minute. $700 a month for what amounts to barely bigger than a coffin? Ooh, buddy. My local Goodwill is currently selling loose tampons for 50 cents each. Dear God, why? Awesome. Okay. Shoes as a service. $30 a month. Okay, the subscription service model thing may have been a fun idea at first. Was good for the customer for a little while there. It was good for the company for a little while there. But it's going to become a perfect example of what happens when the peons that work for us can no longer afford to subscribe or purchase our goods or services. What's going to happen? Are you going to force money out of people's buttholes into your pocket? Because I'm not paying you monthly to wear shoes, especially considering after 2 months, I could have just bought the shoes and they would have lasted, 1, 2, 3 years, depending on how often you need to walk around and how good they are. That is pathetic. Go bankrupt, please. People are grieving the death of their AI lovers after a chatbot app abruptly shut down. God damn it, dude. They all play on human emotion. Humans can get attached to just about anything that they think is also semi-attached to them. They made several movies about it, I'm pretty sure. At least one that everybody knows of. Her, or the guy that falls in love with his AI assistant or whatever the hell. They play on emotions. That's what they do. Everything is psychology. This isn't some weird, wild conspiracy theory like, oh, they're psychologically profiling it. Like, dude, they own our DNA. Thanks to Ancestry.com, they own our DNA. Of course they're psychologically profiling us every step of the goddamn way, while we get nothing in the middle for ourselves. New Delhi slum walking tour. Die. It's been said before, if the idea of libraries was introduced today in our terrible hell world of 2023, they'd be considered impossible or some kind of unrealistic socialist fantasy. They're considering them that now. The US library system, once the best in the world, faces death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, there are the psychos out there that will fight tooth and nail to try and prove that libraries are evil. They're terrible. We gotta stop spending money we don't have on libraries. It's one of the last places on Earth for many of us, at least here in the US, not just, everywhere else, where we can sit somewhere without having to pay a goddamn fee or buy something. We love universal social welfare, but miss Corpo Daddy. You do? We moved to Copenhagen to raise our young kids. Childcare's astronomically cheaper and better, but we miss the convenience of shopping on Amazon. You. Like, I get it. I totally understand that Amazon is a monster of convenience. It is amazing being able to click a button and get, Clorox wipes in 24 to 48 hours. You don't have to lift a finger. I get it. I totally do. I try my best not to use Amazon, but every now and then, the get me, okay? But Jesus, childcare is astronomically cheaper and better. But I totally wish I could order diapers on Amazon. Dude, get your goddamn life's perspective in gear, okay? Sure, it's convenient, but you gotta grow the shit up. You got kids. POV, you made it into your 2020s vehicle, and the axe murderer is slowly walking towards you. Software update in progress. This is awful, but I think the most pathetic version of this that I have seen yet was a smoker/grill that connected to Wi-Fi. And without the Wi-Fi, it wouldn't turn on. We sell the problem and the solution. Your local store, make sure to put it near the food aisle. There it is. Save a life. It's amazing. Everyone has the power. That is true. $50? How many doses is it? 2? I don't know why. It's like computer virus fighting software. Who do you think made the viruses and then went, oh, holy crap, we can absolutely make something off of this? I'm definitely not gonna shit on Narcan being more widely available and out in the open. It means more people seeing it, learning about what it is, and hopefully having it on hand. That being said, you can get it for free a lot of the time from community outreach programs. There's the kicker. It's great that more people know about it and know how stupidly important and helpful it is, but $50 a pop? God damn. I donated my eggs to help pay off my student loans. Yay. Sold. Least expensive bed space in Hong Kong. That's a baking rack. We're humans. They're humans. Scrolled across this ad on Reddit for an AI service to speak with the deceased. Disgusting. Legitimately, pathetically disgusting. Someone absolutely needs to whoop your goddamn ass. Tennessee became the first state to make camping on public land a felony. Wow, good job, Tennessee. That'll get rid of the homeless problem. The law requires that violators receive at least 24 hours notice before an arrest. The felony charge is punishable by up to 6 years in prison and the loss of voting rights. So the law intends to punish the homeless for sleeping underneath highway passes or in state-owned forests, as well as other public property. Just another sign of the collapse of our society. Where are they supposed to go at this rate? I'm not even American, but this is just depressing. The answer to that question is, those that make these rules want homeless people to kill themselves. They want them to die or magically figure it out. The moment Amazon or other companies start signing away people's livelihoods just for a place to sleep while they work 95 hours a week minimum, while going back to their sleep pod and getting their 30 minutes of leisure time every day, or sorry, every week, gotta chill on that. Whew, I almost lost my mind there. They want homeless people to die or have a magical fix to their situation. Google Brain co-founder says big tech companies are lying about the risks of AI wiping out humanity because they want to dominate the market. Of course they are. They want money. That's it. They want money. The headline is super grabby. To be clear, the CEOs are lying saying that AI will lead to the extinction of humans so that governments will regulate it, so that will cut out the free open source projects. Then they make more money. Texas banned women from using highways for abortion appointments. Wow, it's so cool to live in this country. This is unenforceable and unconstitutional. Same as tourism is legal if you go to Colorado. No one can stop you from going to do something legal in a place where it's legal. It's shitty that this doesn't stop Texas from charging, jailing, and sending people to court over this bullshit legislation until a higher court tells them to stop. The higher court's not going to do jack. This is unenforceable and unconstitutional. Only until the illegitimate Supreme Court says otherwise. There it is. Thanks. I hate that air is now a purchasable commodity. Breathe in all the fresh air you want. Launching soon. It better not. I really, really, really hope it doesn't. No. Y'all yuppies and your startups need to chill the f*** out with this one. Apparently there is business to be done on a dead planet. What a third world war would mean for investors. It means we should... No, I don't want to get... I've said some stuff this video, but that's one thing we would have to cut out. This urinal has advertisements. Oh, I thought it was just like when you go to a bar and sometimes they'll have a stupid ad board up or something that you can like read, but no, it's videos that you have to watch while you piss. Just piss on the screen. Destroy it. A skyscraper prison in Chicago. Truly dystopian. Is that a prison or just like a local jail? Because I know there is a difference. I'm pretty sure prisons are for long-term, multi-year stays, whatever, and jails are for like, what, a few nights to several months or something like that? Still disgusting. Also, the design of those windows is pathetic and also completely random feeling. There's no pattern to this garbage. What is that? Also, what is it with prisoners not being allowed to see light? Like, what's going on here? I don't understand. It doesn't matter.